cousins, welcome back to another video. Today, again, y'all may be wondering, why is this girl in her bonnet again? But without further ado, we have some Shears and we're going to give ourselves a diva haircut. Me personally, I don't like going to new stylists and I just don't trust a lot of people with my hair. So I've started cutting my own hair like 6 or 7 years ago. And now we're just going to cut it into a diva cut. We're going to see what we can do. It's hair. I don't want to say it's hair. It grows back because it's not and I'm going to cry. But we're just going to see what we can do. So what you're going to need is some shears. I will link these shears down in the description below. You need a pick and you're going to need a spray bottle of water, of course. So what you want to do is you want to go ahead and untwist your hair. I had mine in the little twist out. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to take it all down and fluff it. Or try to fluff it. But you need to take all the twist out, pull them apart. And just go ahead and start the video. So this is what my hair is looking like. Yeah. But what we're going to do is we are going to fluff the hair out and make sure that it's all good and fluffed before we go in with our spray bottle. And what we're going to do with our spray bottle is kind of just wet it just to make our curls pop a little more so we know what piece is curling, what piece is not, and where we need to cut. Now, right here, I was really dreading what I was doing, okay? I was like, man, this isn't usually how I cut my hair. But listen, y'all, I have faith in me, okay? Now, I wouldn't say that the finished product came out better than it would in a salon. No. However, I didn't have to worry about somebody cutting my hair too short or too long. And I feel like it was a perfect fit for me. So once I got my hair where I needed to have my hair, I forgot to tell you that you do need a rat tail comb for some of these parts coming up. So what I did was I had me a scrunchie and I got me a rat tail comb. And I'm going to go in and just split my hair down the middle so I can get the perfect bangs, okay? And by perfect bangs, I just want to make sure that it's centered in the middle of my head to give it that round shape. So once I started splitting it on both sides, I made sure that the part was real good and even. Yes, you need to make sure that the part is really good and even because these are your bangs. So this is kind of really important. And you don't want to just mess up and just cut everything. So I made sure that my part was parting. I'm just going to go in and get a more precise part because I don't know what the heck this was, okay? Like, girl, this is not no part. I don't even know what it was, okay? And my hair is tending to get thicker at the roots because I'm using that hair growth oil. And I don't know if I need to stop, if I need to keep going, but yes, my hair is now really thick at the roots. So shout out to Hair Clemmy for getting your girl right. So what I'm doing now is, again, making sure that my part is precise and it's just the way I need it. And then I'm going to comb it out some so I can see where I want it to stop and fall. But I just want it around my forehead. I really don't want it all around my hair to give it that round shape. And then I'm going to comb it out and I'm going to go in with my spray bottle and just wet it so that way the curls will start coming and popping out. So once I'm done with that, I'm going to go ahead and take my curl defining detangler brush and I'm just going to give it a couple of passes and make sure that the hair is curling up, as you can tell. And once this happens, I'm going to go ahead and get my shears out and I'm going to see where I need to cut. Now, these shears, as I mentioned before in the video, did come from Amazon. I believe they were $9. I actually really like them, and I love the color. Honey, you could call me a hairstylist, okay? So I had to throw the trash away, of course. And I'm going to go ahead and get my scissors, and we're going to go ahead and start chopping, y'all. So, boom, I just did one big cut. And yeah, at this point in time, I was like, hold on, wait, let me show y'all the hair. Because that's some inches, okay? This is me getting a little excited because, yeah, it's happening. I had just cut all my hair off, but I didn't want it in my bangs. I mean, in my eyes. So what I was doing was just cutting around my eyes so that it could be like a little long on the sides. And then I decided that this is just my bangs, so I'm gonna go ahead and make it real short and take off all those pieces. Now, right here, I was looking in the mirror and I was like, girl, what are you doing with your life? Like, it's no way you're really gonna do this, but I'm doing it, okay? So I then just made sure I was precise with everything, and I sprayed my hair down once again just to make sure that all the curls was coming out. And this is how it was looking. I can't lie. I really liked it, but at this point I was like, we need some more. And I was getting too excited, guys. I was in shock, okay? I was like, it's no way that I just did this to my hair. But I did. So I went ahead and started playing with it and was just taking it all in. So one thing that I can say is when you do cut, make sure your scissors are at an angle so that way your curls are precisely good and cut. So holding the scissors at an angle really made sure and ensured my cut was smooth and I didn't have any split ends. So this is where I'm taking some pieces from the back of my head and just pushing it up so that we can have volume and I don't have a piece in the middle of my head showing. So I'm fluffing all the hair back out and seeing all my curls and seeing where we can go and what we're going to do with it. And then I'm just going in and I'm just going to cut the front part back to my bangs. It's going to be a little bit longer because it is going to be my middle part, but I don't want all that in my face when I wear my hairstyle down. So I'm just trimming up the little mane right there in the front, as you can see, and I'm angling my scissors to make sure I'm getting the precise cuts that I need. So once I do this, I'm going to go to the other side, and I'm just going to look for curls that don't match my curl pattern or at the bottom has a different curl. So that way when it grows, they all have the same curl. So this is how it's looking now. I started to really like it. My hair is not wet, it is dry. So what I will mention is I would definitely recommend you wetting your hair. I know a lot of people don't, but as you can see, this curl pattern, it kind of went two different ways. So this is one of the curls that I cut. And when I curled it back out, I just made sure that was the piece that I needed to cut. Now, some of my pieces are longer than others, but with this diva cut, that is precisely how it's going to be. So that's fine. Now I'm just pulling all my hair back out and just seeing where I need to cut again. So you see all that extra hair that's there. I just cut that. That little piece right there had a curl that wasn't matching. So I just cut that too. And I'm just looking for more pieces like that in the front that I can see before I go in and wet my hair all the way. So then I'm going in and still cutting around where I think I should cut. And remember, you still got to cut at an angle, keep those split ends and everything great. And please do not use kitchen scissors or any other scissors other than shears to do this because that can cause you split ends. Now, for years, that's what I was doing. However, it is known to cause split ends, so I would not recommend that. So this is me. I'm getting a little bit excited. I'm liking how the hair is coming out. I'm taking a step back. I'm shaking the hair. I'm like, okay, this can work, okay? This can definitely work. And I like it. But I'm going to go ahead and get in the shower real quick. And when I come back, I'll show y'all how it looks wet. Okay, bye. So I'm out of the shower. I just went in to wet my hair. Okay, so we have our hair nice and wet and soaked. All I did was wash my hair with conditioner. Usually I do not wash my hair but twice a month, so I didn't want that to mess up my wash routine, which I will give y'all an updated wash routine since I have new products that I've used and I would love to put y'all on. So stay tuned for that video. Other than that, let's get into the video. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to section my hair since we already did the bangs. I'm going to kind of put this up and I'm going to kind of work from the back to the middle to the front. So with this, I'm going to just run my fingers through it, comb it out, and get all my curls popping. I'm also later in the video going to add curl cream to give it a little style and see how it looks. So go ahead and take your scissors. And what I'm looking for again is curly pieces that are not the same pattern at the bottom or have really bad split ends. Like this one is something you would cut. And also, again, make sure that your scissors are at an angle so that you don't mess any curl patterns or anything up. So I'm just splitting my hair again, and I'm just looking for curls that match that description. Like, see, this one is not the same curl at the end. It's going a different pattern. So I'm just cutting that one. My hair is real thick at the top, so sometimes it doesn't look how it should, but that's kind of the way that I'm doing it for this cut. So I keep going in, I keep finding the pieces that I need, and then I keep cutting them. I'll probably go in at a later date and do a little trim up of how I really want the shape to be. But for now, I definitely like how I did this cut, and I love how it turned out. So this is me just trying to find the pieces that I need. And I'm combing it out. As you can see, it does get thicker from the root, from the hair growth oil, which means the hair growth oil is working, but still, it's a lot thicker than I anticipated from the roots. And it tends to get tangled. So I'm just going in and finding all my curls. This was probably the harder part, doing the back of the hair, because I really couldn't see it. But I like the way it turned out. So this is the curl cream from Hair Clemmy. They have not dropped this curl cream, but we are going to drop it soon. I love how it just hydrates your hair and makes your hair feel. And I love that it does have a little bit slit too for curls. That's probably going to be the main reasons why I drop it. It gives me the leave-in conditioner vibe. I really love it. So this is me, again, just brushing out everything and seeing where I need to cut or if I need to cut again. And from there, we're going to just move on to the middle section. Now, this is me playing with my robe because it's my robe and it always does stuff that it don't got no business doing. So now we're going to go in to our middle section, and we're going to kind of do the same thing, but on the middle section, we are going to start off with our curl cream first. I don't know why it just took me that pause. Anyways, this is me just trying to curl some hair pieces up and see how they're going to do. But like I said, guys, I'm really liking the hairstyle as of now. And you can see the curls are just coming together, honey. They're like, okay, we know what we're here to do. Like, you're taking weight off us. We love it. But look at all this hair, guys. Like, oh my goodness. I never knew I had this much hair until I'm watching this video, really. Because to me, this is like an everyday thing, you know? So I sectioned it off from the middle to the front part. And we'll do that front part in a minute. But this is what we have down. And I, again, just started combing it out or detangling with the detangle brush. And then I'm going to go back in with the curl cream and just slap that all together. And then I'm going to go in and make my precision cuts just so I know where I need to be cutting. Which is crazy to me because, y'all, I've never cut hair like this with shears before. But I must say I do like it, and I'll rather do it myself than, again, going to a hair salon. So here I am putting the curl cream in there. Y'all, it's just like a thick consistency, but it's also like very sticky. I don't know. It's real moisturizing. Like, it's a 10 out of 10 for me. Like, I'm loving it. I'm also going to try out this hair mask. And if I like the hair mask, I'll be dropping that with the collection too. I don't know when the collection is going to be dropping, but it will be like a shampoo, conditioner, leave-in, hair mask, and curl cream that we drop. So I'm hoping before July, but who knows? It could be any time by now. You feel me? It could be next week if the money's right, ain't it? So here we go. We're going to go back in and we're going to make our little cuts. And this time I have a lot more curls that are not doing what they're supposed to do. And I'm just trying to trim up the dead ends too and make my precisions really good cuts. So as you can see, I do have multiple different curl patterns. And my hair is definitely real thick at the top. So I would say that this is like 4C, 4B mixture. Because I do have those tight curls, and then I have some loose curls. It just depends on the curls, to be honest. So here I am. I'm just going in. I'm showing you guys what I'm looking for as in my curls. And I'm just trying to trim everything one by one because that's how the diva cut goes. And I'm just trimming everything one by one and making sure everything looks great. And I'm finding all the right pieces that I need. So as y'all can see, my son came home with his dad from the park. So he's trying to see what I'm doing, and I'm still trying to cut, trying to be precise. I'm trying to get this hair done, okay? So this all together took me around 35 minutes because I did jump in the shower and wash my hair. But if you already come hair washed, it probably wouldn't take that long if it was just a cut. I would say the cut took me like 20 minutes at most. So now here I am getting together my front pieces to make sure that everything flows correctly for the front piece. And I'm going to go ahead and add some more curl cream. I'm looking more and more like a shaggy puppy dog already. But we're going to go ahead and get all this trimmed up too. And yeah, I'm loving the cuts as I mentioned before. And this is me just applying my curl cream. As you can see, the black hair pieces, that's my new growth from the hair growth oil. So I did dye my hair and I can kind of see where my new growth is coming in at and why, again, my roots are so thick. Okay, so this is kind of how the look is looking. I'm just adding more core cream to everything and coring everything up and just going in and making some more precise cuts and just seeing what curls I need to cut. Like all those at the bottom, they need to be gone, okay? And I'm waking the product through my hair too just to see what I can find. Because sometimes you can't find that curl that you need to cut. So I'm just trying it different ways to make sure they all pop. And then I'm trying to give it like a little, the same length. I do like this shorter or longer way in the front. I don't want to take off any length that I don't need to take off, if that makes sense. But I am going in with my bangs and cutting everything off and just making sure everything on my bangs is the way it's supposed to be. This is my first time in a long time having bangs, and I can say I do love them. Okay, period. I would definitely recommend you trying out bangs if you never had them before. So here I am. I'm just going right back in, and I'm just cutting all the unnecessary parts out and seeing where it's longer than others at, and just giving it a really good trim up too. Because y'all, it's been a minute since I had a trim, and I usually trim my hair when it's blow dried out. However, I don't blow dry it enough, so I believe I need to start cutting it when it's curly. So I'm actually really loving the results on this. And now I'm just fluffing out my bangs to see, the final reaction. And this is it, honey. This is the hair. I found another piece, like these longer pieces in the front. I kind of wanted to trim down just to make it look and flow together. But this is the final look. How do y'all like this? Like and comment and share the video. Like and comment if you ever cut your own hair, or comment if you do go to a stylist and what do they do different that you don't know how to do. Anyways, cousins, that's it. Thank you for watching the video. Bye.